can't get you out of my mind, no. Said I think about you all of the time, yeah. Been imagining you all in my bed, whoa. Hey, cause you been running round in my head, yeah. Hey, I can't get you out of my mind, no. Said I think about you all of the time.
Yo, what is good, YouTube? It's your boy Swante, back with another video. Today I'm gonna be showing y'all the best lockdown badges after patch 8, man. I did a video like this 2 months ago and time to update. So this is tier 1. These are like the best badges right here, tier 1. What I mean by tier 1 is like the must-have lockdown badges. If you're a lockdown, these should be your first couple of badges, like off rip. Like you should never play a game without these badges on. Now I'm gonna get into tier 2. Tier 2 badges are good, but it's like they don't work for every scenario. So you want to go with chase on artist, interceptor, post move, lockdown, moving truck, pogo stick, and I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, tireless offender. Tireless offender is an underrated badge. It helps you stay hydrated, I guess, when you're guarding, like, you know, guards. And I'm gonna get into tier 3. You got heart crusher, off ball pest, post move, lockdown, trapper, and lightning reflexes. This is tier 3 where these badges don't really come into play that often, so this is why I rank them at tier 3. Now the reason why I categorize them in tiers is because all those badges work, but it's all about which badges are the most ideal, what badges are going to be using the most, and what badge you're not going to use that often. So tier 1 is the badge you're probably going to use the most. Tier 2 is like so badges, like you put them on here and there, and tier 3 is like you would barely have them on. Tier 3 is like badges you will put on if you just want to test it out. It's not really something you will run in your actual lineup. So I made a video like this 2 months ago, the best badges, but that was before I knew I don't want to say I didn't know anything about the game, but that was before I tested every single badge in the game. So now that I use every single badge in the game and every single badge lineup, I made an updated video to help us fellow lockdowns and or slashers, because you guys get defending badges too, and or glass lock. So I'm here to help y'all out. Those are literally the best lockdown badges in the game, tier 1, 2, 3. Now just because I put them in tier 2 or tier 3 don't mean you don't put them in your main lineup. Like I said, you guys, this game's all about testing. You guys can put on any badge you like. Who knows, you might discover something I don't know about. So always feel open to test, you know, each badge out, give it a go. That's what I did. It took me 2 months to get the feeling of every badge, to see what's elite and what's not. The only reason why I didn't put chasing artists in tier 1 is because it's a great badge, especially this year, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people don't really chasing artists don't really come into play that often. That's why I didn't put it in the tier 1. Tier 1 is like what comes into the play most of the time. So clamps, that's going to be your main badge most of the time, because you're going to be guarding a guard on the perimeter. Intimidator, that's kind of a self-explanatory badge. You know, you want to increase the chances of your opponent missing, so you want to have that on. And then you got pick dodger. Everybody knows pick dodger in this game. The screens in this game is cracked. Like, they're super OP. Every person in this game, especially if you're superstar 1, so you get that iron wall badge. Every screen in this game, it's like the person setting it has steroids on. I don't know. So you guys want to make sure you have pick dodger on. That's a must, or else you're just going to get knocked over by every screen. Then you have rim protector. Now that's kind of self-explanatory as well. That's been in the game for a minute, but basically, you know, for those slashers, you know those dunking builds, you want to have that badge on. Well, not only will it give you snatch blocks, like the good snatch block animations like you seen in my intro, but it will just make it harder for post scorers, slashers, you know, shot creators, athletics, you know, those inside builds to score on you, even the glass scanners. It make their life difficult when trying to score on you. So those are like the tier 1 badges. Tier 2, now if you guys see my video on interceptor, you guys will see how good of a badge that is. But that badge didn't make tier 1 for the simple fact, because when you play against people, now it took me a while to get gameplay on interceptor, because a lot of these people I play against don't really pass the ball. They barely pass the ball. So I put it in tier 2. It could be in tier 3, but I feel like interceptor is more useful than the badges that's in tier 3. So I put interceptor in tier 2. Now I'm not saying interceptor is a bad badge. You saw the video I made on interceptor. That badge is actually nice. That badge is super underrated. You get every pass lane still. Sometimes you don't even have to press X. if your player's in the right position, 9 times out of 10 he'll get the steal. Now a badge like off-ball pest, you only have to worry about that badge if you're playing against a sharpshooter who's hiding behind screens off ball. And most people in this game don't play that way. Most people in this game, they set the screen on whoever has the ball. So off ball pest is tier 3 because let's be real, no one's gonna really use slippery off ball for sharps and actually do it. So that's why that badge is ranked tier 3. And Heart Crusher is actually a really good badge, but since people don't get their takeover that fast anymore, it's not a good badge. Now if you're going against elite ones, you might want to put Heart Crusher on. Now I'll say by February, March, 90% of the people that play this game will be elite 1. That's when you want to use Heart Crusher. Now if you guys don't know what Heart Crusher is, every time you get a defensive play with a lockdown, whether there's a block, a steal, you know, a good contest on a shot, it knocks on everyone on the other team's takeover. So that's why Heart Crusher would be good at Hall of Fame when everyone's elite 1, where elite 1, every time that person score or does something, they get more to their takeover than someone that's not an elite 1. So Heart Crusher, that's a really good badge, just not now. So it's a tier 3 for now. Moving truck and post move lockdown, I'm gonna get into that. Those are tier 2 because, well, I'm a lockdown. 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna guard, you know, a glass cleaner, an athletic, a cheer finisher, a post scorer. Like, I'm not gonna guard, or a paint beast. I'm not gonna guard builds like that 9 times out of 10. But just in case I do, it's tier 2. Now, if you a center, those badges, those inside badges for you might be tier 1. If you're, you know, like a glass flag, feel free to have those at your tier 1. And matter of fact, perimeter badges probably won't even be your tier 3 to you centers out there, because you guys are probably not gonna ever have to guard a guard unless you switch, you know, with your lockdown or with your guard. So you guys could put all of the inside badges you see at tier 2 centers, feel free to put that at tier 1, because I know you guys don't have to guard, you know, sharpshooters or playmakers or anything of that sort. So another badge I'm trying to think of that I put up there. What else did I put up there? Okay, so Trapper. I feel like Trapper is the least talked about badge. Like, I should make a video on that badge. That badge is good, but it's another one of those badges where it's not ideal. Like, it doesn't happen that often, especially not on 2s or 3s. Trapper is like the perfect badge for pro-am, 5v5, you know, rec, stuff like that. And I'm about to get into why. Because Trapper, you know how let's say you're playing against a guard who's, you know, who has no open man, who's stuck, he's getting, you know, clamped up. You have Trapper on, it's going to force him into a tight spot where they can't move. It's going to either be a jump ball, or you might just knock the ball out their hand because they're surrounded. So Trapper is a good badge, but it's just not useful in 2s or 3s. It's only good in 5v5, where you can like literally trap the other guard on the other team. So like I said, these badges, just because they're in tier 3 or 2 doesn't mean that they're not good. It just means they won't be used as much because they're not in that ideal situation. So all the main badges like Clamps, Intimidator, Pickpocket, Pick Dodger, especially lockdowns, they will be used 90% of the time, because you want to dodge screens, you want to intimidate your opponent, you want to clamp up your opponent. And Rim Protector, I kind of explained that already, but you know, snatch blocks, get stops in the paint. So this is like probably the most in-depth explained badge video you guys will probably see on YouTube. So if you made it this far, drop a like, tell me what badges you like to run on your lockdown, and if you feel like any of the tiers is messed up, or if badges should be switched up, let me know in the comments. I have an open mind, so if you guys have any opinions on my tiers, let me know. Who knows, you know, I might test it out, I might switch it up. But for now, this is going to be my tiers for each lockdown badge. I'm probably not going to make another lockdown badge video anytime soon, unless a badge gets nerfed or buffed, depending. If any of those badges get nerfed or buffed, I'll make a video and then I'll test it out. Now, if you guys want to see me test any badge, whether it's off-ball, pest, trapper, you know, the rare lockdown badges, let me know. I'll put time and effort to get those clips for y'all. It's gonna be hard, but you know, I play a lot of 5v5 anyways. I could probably get my teammates to put on Trapper, and I can make it a video explain it for y'all. But it's been your boy Stumpy, man. Appreciate all the support, man. We grinding for this 80K. So if y'all new, hit that sub button, comment, man. Let me know if you made it this far. If you made it this far, comment badged up, and let me know. And if you want to run with me, just comment your gamer tag, like the video. It's been your boy Stumpy, man. I'm out, y'all. Peace.
Pillow talking that nigga that snitch. I ain't been up on the block in